pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it, for in the most commonly truth thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me? Why shall I always keep below the stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth, it catches.
And yours as blunt as a fencer's foil, which hit it but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret. It will not hurt a woman, and so I pray thee, call Beatrice, I give thee the bucklers.
Give us swords, we have bucklers of our own.
If you use them, Margaret, you must put in the pikes with a vice, and they are dangerous weapons for maidens.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, who I think had legs.
And therefore will come.
Yo, God of love that sits above and knows me, how pitiful I deserve.
I mean in singing, but in loving. Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panders, and a whole book full of these quondam carpetmongers, whose names yet run smoothly in the even road of a blank verse. Why, they were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme to lady but baby. An innocent rhyme for scorn, horn. A hard rhyme for school, fool. A babbling rhyme, very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, wouldn't thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken, fare you well now, and yet here I go, and let me go with that I came, which is with knowing that hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frightened the word out of his right sense, so forthly is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. And I pray thee now, tell me for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them altogether, which maintain so politic a state of evil that will not admit any good apart intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love with me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think, Alice, poor heart. If you spite, even for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession, there's not one wise man among 20 that will praise himself.
An old instance, Beatrice, that lived in the time of good neighbors. If a man do not erect in his age his own tomb ere he dies, he shall live no longer in monument, then the bell rings and the widow weeps.
And how long is that, think you?
Question. Why an hour in clamor and a quarter in rhyme? Therefore is it most expedient for the wise of it, if Don Worm his conscience find no impediment to the contrary, to be the trumpet of his own virtues, as I am to myself. So much for praising myself, who I myself will bear witness is praiseworthy. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you do?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. There will I leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle. Yonder's old coil at home. It's proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightly abused. And Don John is the author of it all, who's fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you go hear the news, Signor?
I will in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes, and moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.